This is you? Heisman my ass.
Told him I said throw a punch.
You said that?
I want to see you mad one time. Let's not.
They get tired, they pop up, they float, catch their breath.
And then when you get the carrot, it's not as good as you think. Because you're always thinking about the next carrot.
Tweet that one. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Episode 9. The seasons are flying by. I feel like the episodes keep piling up. But big, scary, nice man joining us today. Jon Allen, welcome to Hang Time.
Thank you. I appreciate it. First time.
Welcome, Jay.
Thank you.
We've talked about you many a times on the show. We have said that you are a really nice guy, but a bad man.
Bad man.
I like that.
I appreciate it. It's
that.
funny. My wife, she always asks me, how do you play football? I want to see you mad one time. And I'm like, let's not.
There are times after a big punt when I see you hyped up and do you do the same kind of wrist tape every time and finger tape? Every time. Because it always looks the same.
Yeah.
And like when John looks at me and he puts one hand out for the high five, like I look at him like, all right, this is it. But in my head, I'm like, oh, this is going to hurt. And then I just go for it. And in the moment, my adrenaline's up so it doesn't hurt as bad. I go put my helmet down and then I'm like, oh. But dude, it is a pleasure to have you here, man.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to it.
Yep. We talk a little ball. We talk a little life. We're going to have Cheese join us. But how we like to always start the show is a couple of highlights from the last game.
Yeah.
Now, we are both pretty biased towards our guys. Jahan Dotson, rookie wide receiver. I remember when we drafted him, they do the draft, they show all the highlights. This dude and some of the plays that he makes, man.
He's a stud.
Rookie.
Yeah.
I mean, the dude is just a dog.
Yeah.
So the game this weekend, anytime it's crazy. We were talking about earlier in the year of red zone threat. You do not think Jahan. You don't think Jahan. Like, you don't think the dude that can just move all over the place, make these incredible catches or get him in open space. Dude, he's been the red zone dog, man. What's your take on like being a D lineman, being in the trenches, and then we have just the guys on the outside? Clearly they're on our team, but just in general, like just those playmakers that it's like best of luck to you on stopping them, man.
One thing I love about our receiving core is they're just so against the grain, against the trend. They're not flashy.
Yes,
they're
dude.
quiet, which honestly I think hurts them. I think if Terry would have been seen losing his mind one time 2 years ago, this wouldn't be his first Pro Bowl he makes.
Yeah.
You got to do something flashy to get out there.
I know.
You look at all the top receivers, they always have that big explosion that
You're
people
right.
talk about,
Yep.
that big celebration, that
Hitting
bold
gritties.
personality.
Yeah.
Terry just catches the ball
Terry
and
just wants to play ball, man.
just gives him and drops it.
Dude, he did.
Game winner, just drops it.
Yeah, that's it. Game
John
over.
Dawson makes a big play.
Yes.
Just kind of gets him like, this is just what I do.
I know, man.
It's great.
He is one touchdown away from tying the record and 2 touchdowns away from breaking the rookie touchdown record. I mean, what a great start to your career, man. Just of like building up some momentum and getting it going. I mean, he's so fun to watch. Have you ever watched him catch punts?
I watch him catch passes,
Yeah.
and I'm just amazed.
Dude.
There's times where I'll sit there and I'll watch the quarterbacks warm up, and I'm like, hey, throw me the ball.
Yeah.
Like game speed.
Yeah.
I can't catch one.
Darts.
Can't catch one.
Yes.
Missiles.
Yes.
Hurt fingers.
Hurt
elbows, everything. And I look at
Yes.
Jahan, just snag them.
Yes.
So
and like
easy.
if you're close to Jahan when he's catching the ball, you can't even like hear him catch
No.
it. Like it's so soft. It's a gift, dude.
He walks around with a ball everywhere he goes.
That's right.
Yeah.
And he probably looks at you and he's just like, look at this dude just move other gigantic men out of the way. And that's what football is.
I think what I do is way easier than what he does.
Well, for you,
I
man.
don't
What
get
if Jahan got on and took on freaking Trey Turner? Or
Could you
somebody?
imagine me trying to run a go ball? That's not happening. That's not happening.
All right, dude. Second highlight we got to do, speaking of the humble, hard worker, Terry McLaurin. I mean, Cheese and I, when we are on the sidelines, it's 3rd and long, it's third down, and they throw the ball to Terry. I just look at Cheese every time and I go, just freaking give it to 17.
That's good.
I mean, like, the dude is. Do you know what the knock on him was coming out of college?
What's that?
Contested catches. Like, it was like I don't know the whole combine thing, but it was like a minus was his scouting thing. Was like, oh, contested. That was just the consensus around like the league was like, oh, he can't make contested catches.
When I look at Terry, there's times where I think, wonder what our record will be if we just throw him 4 go balls every series on offense.
He's going to get a couple penalties too. Like, dudes aren't going to get torched.
Maybe not here.
Yeah. We can get into that maybe. Yeah,
but
you never know.
If we just do 2 runs and a go ball every single series.
That's how I play Madden.
I think we could put up 25 points a game. I really think so. We're going to break a run. We're going to run the ball. And we're going to just give it up to Terry.
Dude, he's so
I mean,
good,
I've
man.
seen Kurtz make a catch on 3 guys.
Yeah.
I've seen Jahan Dotson do it.
Yeah.
I've seen Terry do it. Just do it. Screw it. Why not?
That's-
Just throw it up there.
Just let it rip, man.
Playing quarterback's easy in 2022, man.
Yeah.
Just throw it up to Terry.
Just throw it up to Terry. We our youngest daughter Hadley, we got her like a small little like purse, and it's got like a little wallet in there and a little phone and things like that. Well, my son's walking around with her little phone. I go, Bo, man, who are you talking to? And he's just walking around. He goes, I'm talking to Terry. And I go, are you? And he goes, yeah, I'm talking to him about his catches.
Oh
and so
my
like
God.
Bo, my son, will just ask, Daddy, can we watch some Terry highlights? And he'll get a little football. I'll move the couches out of the way, and he just reenacts all of Terry's catches, man.
That's crazy.
I think I'm going to start reenacting Terry's catches. The dude's unbelievable, man.
I love Terry, man.
Dude, he's
comes
good.
and just sits down.
I know.
If you didn't know football and you walked into a room, I don't even know if he plays. Don't even know if you would notice him or Jahan.
Just goes about his business, but man, you get them on the field. I know. I love that about them. I know. You're right. I think you're right. Like if they had some more of that, but then they would also kind of lose what they
Makes
are.
them special. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. It's kind of the double-edged sword.
I
man.
love it.
I know.
absolutely
They are
love
fun
it.
to watch. All right, dude. It is a very special time in Hang Time where we have our GrubHub delivery of the week, and it is brought to us by Cheese, man. We're going to have Cheese come join us. So, Cheese, take us on in, man. Welcome, Cheese. Come join us, man. What was your favorite part of the bike ride today? Got to be the sun, since it's been so dang cold. Chilling in, where were you in, SoCal? Oh, yeah. Wow, man. Good for you. Look at Cheese, seasoned vet on Hang Time, knows how to adjust the mic, fix the mic.
It's never close enough.
All right, Cheese, sorry. I always interrupt you. Our GrubHub delivery of the week. Take us, man.
So for our GrubHub delivery of the week, I present to you Chase Young.
Chase Young is back.
He's back, man.
Just a giant individual. 30 snaps, 58% of all the defensive snaps, 2 tackles, tip pass, which I thought he was going to pick for a quick second, and first game back since week 10 of 2021. First thing first, Cheese. The deliveries of the week throughout season 2 of Hang Time. Have you noticed a general theme?
It's been a lot of defense, a lot of defensive line.
Freaking D-line, bro. You guys have had an awesome year, man.
God is good.
I mean, gosh, dude. You guys are just, it's fun to watch, man. It's so aggressive. You understand, like Cheese and I, we play like a finesse position, but it's not even like a finesse position where it's like a receiver or like a DB. We have our craft that we have to maintain. And then we just feel like you guys really get to play football.
You
like
tear somebody's head off, man.
Dude, golly,
Get to tear
man.
someone's head off. It's
I
great.
know. It has just been fun. Is it, I've been really impressed with Chase all season of how he is on the sideline, how he is at practice, of just being involved with everybody. Was it a new level having him on the field? Like, does he do the same things on the field in the huddles and things like that?
You forget how energetic he is.
Dude.
It's so youthful.
Yes.
I'm very interested to see if he's like that in 6 years.
Yeah.
Because I look at him and how much energy he burns
Yeah.
in between the plays.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he still has enough to play football.
See,
talking between the plays, talking on the sideline.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
See, but like what is fun, like what I've seen with you, is you came in and were immediately just rock solid. You have that dependability about you, you have that stability about you, the consistency about you, and then you just see, like, as your career develops, like what takes off and then what is really valuable. Mm-hmm. And just like, dude, the way that you approach guys on the field, and when you talk to us when we're in the huddle about to go back into the locker room. So it'll be interesting to see, like, with Chase over these next few years, like what has really grown and taken off. Like you said, I've never thought of that, man.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see
what if it just stays and he's just crazy for years, man?
I mean, you look at Brandon Graham for the Eagles.
Yeah.
I feel like Chase is very similar in personality to him.
I can see that.
I talked to Brandon Graham. I'm like, bro, you're too old. Dude, you're 30-something. I don't know how many kids you got, but you got to have at least 2. Dude.
It's just inside, man.
Oh, that's just who he is, man.
That's right, dude.
That's just who he is.
That's right.
And Tress, you remember my story with Chase. Obviously, going to Michigan myself.
Please tell the story, dude.
He's at Ohio State, obviously.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and he was on the field goal block team. And this dude would be jumping over the line between the A gap, B gap, jumping up, trying to block the field goal.
Yeah.
And I've only smack talk once in my entire
And he
college
picked
career.
the biggest dude on the field.
And it was when we played them, we made the field goal, went right up to Chase. And
Heisman my ass.
I
Is
just
that what you
went
said?
off. Yeah.
Oh, my
And I went off on him.
It's
And
always the long snappers. It's always the long snapper.
I told
Hayes
Cheese.
I told him.
gets into it with a long snapper every game.
I told Cheese.
I told him, I
Cheese,
said, throw a punch. I was like, let's get this guy. Yes, I was like, let's get this guy out of the game.
That's
all
the team guy.
good for the
dude,
team.
I told Cheese, I was just like, what if one day, like, the locker room's empty and it just happens to be you and Chase, and Chase has a locker really close to the specialist.
3 down.
And what if everybody's out of there except for you and Chase, and you're just sitting there, maybe you're getting dressed, and you turn around and he's just rating your grill, and he looks at you and goes, I remember what you said.
What would you do?
Jesus.
I don't know. I don't know what I would do. I'd have to run or
position
something.
ASAP and just start. You'd find a whistle.
I would yell for the guys in the equipment room.
Oh, yeah, they're jumping all over you.
Somebody help me out.
That is one of my favorite
Oh,
fun facts. Is
man.
Cheese talked trash to Chase.
That was the first
in
thing I did when I
pregame.
saw him. When I got here, I was like, "Do you remember?" me?"
Oh, my God. He
It
definitely
took him a few months, and then.
Let me ask you this. Has anyone ever made the blue cheese joke? Michigan
Wow.
blue.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
I've never
Go
thought
blue.
of that. That's
Go
good.
blue cheese.
Blue cheese. Do
Yeah.
you like blue cheese cheese?
I do not.
Do you like blue cheese?
It's growing on me. Just like
Me too.
horseradish. It's tasteful. Just a little bit
See,
is
I
enough.
don't like blue cheese dressing, but I every once in a while like blue cheese
Or
crumbles.
crumbles?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
I feel like there's endless possibilities with cheese.
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
Jay, you were talking about how you want to get out and get somebody going for marketing for cheese, man.
Yeah. It was. So the first time my wife ever saw your last name, Cheese. This is your second year, right?
Yes.
First, yeah, second. It was last year. And she was like, what is Cheese like? And I said, honestly, like, his last name says it all. Like,
Right.
It's just
He's a
Cheeseman.
Cheeseman.
It's Cheeseman.
It's right there.
She was like, what does that mean? I'm like, however you think somebody whose last name is Cheeseman would act.
Yeah.
That's just how he is.
Dude, we
Cheeseman,
played
man.
at Green Bay last year, and pregame warmups, we get done. It had to be 200, 250 people. It was loud.
At least the whole section behind us.
Chanting, Cheese, man. Cheese. And it was pregame. And Cheese looks at me and goes, what do I do? And I go,
Wave.
It's
Smile and wave.
pregame. You could turn and wave. And like, he turns and waves, and I immediately regret telling him to do that because they erupted. And like some of the coaches and stuff were like, what's going on? I go, geez, put your hand down. Then like second quarter of the game, we kick a field goal. We come back. They're chanting Cheeseman again. And Cheese is like, what do? I go, nothing. Not during the game.
do
And
not.
I was like,
And they
don't
wouldn't
do it right.
stop. Do
And
not
they
do it.
wouldn't stop.
I'm just like, please stop.
I would love for you to finish your career here. But if that doesn't happen, because it's rare, it's hard for guys to finish it.
Gotta go.
I don't know about long snapper. I don't know if there's a lot of traveling between that. But if you ever
We'll
have an
look that up.
opportunity to go to Green Bay,
I know it's cold, buddy, but man, you could really
You
capitalize.
are
Number one jersey.
you are prototypical Green Bay. You would be the first long snapper to get number one. They would give him the number one jersey.
You'd be number one,
You would
and
give
you'd
him the
probably be
number-
number one in jersey sales. How about that?
I believe it. They would give him the number one jersey.
That would be pretty sweet, man.
Yeah. Let's hope
I hope
that
you
doesn't
stay
happen.
here too, Cheese.
me
But
too.
Jay is right, man. Sometimes you just got to look out for you, and man, maybe you could really grow the brand. Yeah. But
I'd be
when
cool.
Cheese comes,
Cool.
he also brings us a segment, Jay.
right.
Now, this segment is new to Hang Time, and I have no idea what pictures are about to pop up, but we have 3 pictures. The segment is called You Posted That, presented by Zoomph, and all we're going to do is just react.
All right.
I have no idea what's about to come. Picture number 1. Well, there you go.
Yes, sir.
I love that you have like the side smirk.
So
are you
cool.
trying to act super cool? Are you trying to be seductive?
You know,
You're
when
holding
in
a
college,
gator?
no one likes those big smiles. I didn't like showing my teeth.
Okay.
So I
got
was
a
trying,
good vibe.
I was trying
What
to
do
be
you-
cool.
What do you weigh in that picture right there?
265,
What do you play at now?
290.
Did you like 265?
I was a pure defensive end, only pass rusher, played no run.
I didn't know that.
Only my senior year was the first time I played inside. My whole time in college,
Really?
pure pass rusher, outside. We play LSU, I might get 6 plays, 6 to 10 plays, all third downs. That's it.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
man.
Well, you got Deron Payne,
Yeah.
you had A'Shawn Robinson,
Yep.
and then you had Jaron Reed,
Yeah.
and then you had Dalvin Tomlinson.
Mhm.
So they look at me, I'm the smallest dude in the room. There's no need.
That's
They
crazy,
don't need me to
man.
play the run.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you this. When you're holding an alligator that has its mouth duct taped, do you still feel like you're living on the edge, or you're like, yeah, I'm good?
No. I always tell people this. You never truly live unless you do something that there's a hint of possibility of death in there. There's no danger in that.
Golly.
There's no danger in that. So
There is
You're
no
right.
danger in that.
You're right.
but if
I
that
don't know
thing's
if there's
mouth
any
was
danger
open,
of death in
Why?
that. You could lose a limb or a finger.
We had a
Lot of blood
Christmas
loss.
A
party.
lot of blood loss. That's true.
I'm just saying.
Pop up
Christmas
and get your
party with
jugular.
If it did not have its mouth taped, oh yeah, you would have saw some teeth. I would have been smiling. That adrenaline would have been pumping.
Dude, and if you're just clawing it by the, oh man, that'd be,
Balling.
you're right. I'm with you now. That'd be exhilarating. All right, let's go to the next picture here. All right, J.A., take us there. What's going on, man?
Freshman year,
Okay.
right before Coach Saban just indoctrinates you into the Colt, Sci-Fi, he takes you out on a boating experience before your first training camp.
Is that his lake house they always
That's his
talk
lake
about?
house.
Okay.
You go
Is it
to his
pretty
house,
awesome?
you have food, you hop in. He has like 10 golf carts. Hop on his golf cart. It's like a 20-minute ride down to the lake. You have fun.
Good time?
You just don't know what's coming next. You know when your parents get mad and they smile?
Yeah.
And you're like, what does that mean? That's what
It's
that
never
is.
a good thing. Right?
Golly,
It's
that's
like-
kind of creepy.
Yeah, you're like, you start smiling too.
You're like, yeah. Laugh through the pain.
Yeah,
What's going on?
yeah, that's what it is. You know you're having fun, but you're just like, something doesn't feel right.
Right.
Are you a lake guy?
Yeah, I enjoyed it a little bit, you know
I
what I
just
mean?
dig the water.
Yeah. I'm more of a sit in the boat and throw beer cans to everybody kind of guy.
There you go.
Yeah.
Cheese
it's
is a
part
boat
of the
guy.
role.
100%.
Yeah. Big boat
Get on
guy.
the water, man. That's my life.
No doubt.
If you had a boat, what would you name it?
Probably old Pepper Jack or something.
I love that. You have a golden last name, bro. Don't waste that opportunity.
Pepper Jack.
Pepper Jack. Yeah. Oh, my Lanta.
Trust, this is the
This
definition
is-
of you
this
posted
is
that.
Coming
Question
out of high
mark?
school
This is you?
before I slimmed down.
That's you?
Yeah, dude.
Listen, back in the day,
That's you?
listen, I graduated in 08.
Oh my God.
What's that movie with Ryan Reynolds?
Just Friends.
That's you?
That was my freshman year. That was before the freshman lifting program, the freshman
Oh my God.
the freshman running program. For those of you that are listening and cannot see, I have about 4 chins.
Oh my God.
But you know what could still go?
What was that?
The old left leg. I could still swing it. And I went in there. I was introduced to vegetables. I was introduced to cardio. That's a
Sauna.
filter, man. That's called the.
You
That's
ever-
called
you
the.
never seen that filter?
What was called the
Oh my God. I'm
Fat
about to
booth?
say.
fat booth?
I'm about
It was
to,
called
there's
fat
no
booth.
way. There's absolutely no way.
It was so that was the picture. That is my freshman year. That was my picture on the locker room or like on my locker, and I just went up and I took it like and did the fat booth on it.
Oh my God.
And all of my friends were like, "Oh my gosh, dude, that looks so that looks like real."
I'm about to say there's no way.
I couldn't believe. I was just gonna keep feeding it to you until
I can't believe you
I was,
posted that.
what I was genuine, there was 2 questions I was gonna ask. I was gonna ask, when did you meet your wife? And I was gonna ask, why is there no leftovers from that? Because when you go from that to this,
Thank you.
there's gonna be
Listen,
something
man,
natural. I have stretch marks. There's gonna be some. There's gonna be a little bit of leftover.
there's gonna be some leftovers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Completely. Fair.
Because I've seen you in the locker room.
Thank you.
There's no leftovers.
Yep. Thank
So I
you.
was gonna ask, where do they go?
Yeah.
It went to me.
Jeez took them. Yeah, that total filter
That's
on a
hilarious.
camera app. So, yeah. See, there you go, man. That's you posted
hilarious.
that. You never know what we're getting into.
Oh man.
Now we get into the fun talking life stuff, dude. Congrats.
Thank you.
Pro Bowl, second straight.
Yeah.
Now, I feel like it had been multiple years, but now with back-to-back Pro Bowls of you just solidifying like who you are as a player, who you are as a person, who you are to our franchise. What does something like a Pro Bowl do for you in the middle of a playoff hunt?
It's weird. I think to get to the level we've been at, we're very unique. And when I say that, it means we all have carrots that we're chasing. And then when you get the carrot, it's not as good as you think. Because you're always thinking about the next carrot.
Tweet that one.
So I'm blessed to go to my second Pro Bowl, and I'm so excited.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy. Immediately, I'm like, now I got to live up to it.
Yeah.
And now I got to get to another one.
Yeah.
Like in college, when I won the national championship, I couldn't even enjoy it. I couldn't even enjoy it. And it wasn't until after I left is when I really appreciated it. And I feel like it's going to be similar in the NFL.
I agree.
I always thought, like, if I could just get to my second contract, I'll be good.
Yep.
And I get it, and I'm like,
now let's roll.
now I got to get another one.
Yes.
Right? Then it's like, if I can get to my first Pro Bowl, I'll be so happy. I'll be satisfied. And I get it, and I'm like, what if I don't make it next year?
That's right. You set that standard for
Yeah, you know what I mean? Now I got to get to a second one.
Is that first game after you've been voted to the Pro Bowl just not different?
Oh, it's so different.
It's
you don't
so
care.
different.
You don't care about the numbers. You don't care. You just like, I'm not saying you did before, but you know that you have to do. There's certain criteria you got to do to make it.
Yeah.
And once you make it, you're like, I don't gotta look at a number. I don't gotta look at nothing.
Like, let's just play ball.
Let's just do it.
So in 19, when I got to go, we were out of the playoffs, like with a good bit of the season left. And I was telling Cheese, I was telling friends, family, I was like, it's so much different being in the middle of a playoff hunt because we're trying to crack into the playoffs in the postseason. And yeah, the Pro Bowl is there, but as crazy as it sounds, like not to be ungrateful, it is so much of an afterthought when the playoffs are up for grabs. Like, right. And so it's just we were talking about that a little bit, and I couldn't agree more with what you're saying, man. Just kind of like the carrots, and it's like just awesome, the notoriety from coaches, players, fans. But then it's like, all right, well, what's next?
Now they expect that from me.
Exactly.
I got to maintain that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Is that with it being such a special year on the D line? Obviously, Payne was first alternate. Sweat was second alternate. Has it been that kind of season in y'all's room and in practice of just, I will tell you as two specialists, there's a lot of unknowns going on in going into every single game. Okay. I think I speak for the whole team when we do not feel that about you guys on the D-line. Yeah. Is that something that you guys build off of every week? Is it a certain standard that has been set and you guys have this way of going about it and reaching it together that changes in game and every moment? Like, what has that been like with that unit this year?
You're giving us way too much credit, man. We just go out there and put our hands on
people.
Dude,
you guys are fun to freaking watch, man.
That's what we do, man. It's just.
How much of it has been like, because every person plays a different part and has a different personality. Like, I'm just curious. I want to hear your take of you being in the room and on the line, because we're on the outside looking in while also still kind of on the inside since we're in the locker room.
Yeah.
But it's just, dude, it is so fun to watch. It is so, dude, it's been like a special year. And I know we're still trying to keep rolling, but like, I don't know, what would you kind of attribute it to and things like that?
Multiple things. People, when you have a great off season, you're going to have a great season. I don't know too many people who can have a bad off season.
You saying like starting in April?
Starting in April.
Okay.
And when you get to the season, you put in so much work. And when you get to the games, you've done so many reps in practice that you're just going out there and playing your game, man. And we don't have expectations. We just have standards.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I think a lot of times people will look at like the numbers and that'll determine if they play good. I don't think we do that. We compete with one another, but we just go out there and just try to put our hands on people and just be physically aggressive. No matter what we do, just go straight, dominate, choke people out, beat people up.
Yeah.
And just go out there and just have fun doing it.
So for me as a punter, as best as I can, I throw stats out the window. And the thing that I care about the most is where their offense snaps the ball after we punt. So if we're punting from the 45-yard line, I can't launch a 60-yarder, but I want them to snap the ball inside the 10.
Yeah.
If we're punting from our 20 or 25-yard line, I want to try and get them all the way back to their 20 or 25, like a 50-yard net. Like it's kind of like golf. I know that you and I, we're dipping into the golf world. So like it's just whatever shot that calls for, I'm just trying to execute that one. Is there one on the D line that like, and it may be a theme, kind of like I was saying, like, hey, it depends on where they start their drive from. Is there something that you guys have that's like a goal or like you mentioned a standard, or is it kind of wide open, man?
I'm not going to use the language that I would use with the guys, but you just try to just tear things up. Just go in there and just cause chaos. Just cause chaos. Swimming guards, swimming tackles, diving at knees, just trying to cause mayhem.
Yeah. It's my mentality too,
Just go in there. Like, there was a play 2 years ago, and I'm like, Payne, what's the play? And he looks at me and he goes, I have no idea, but I'm about to go straight and jack somebody up. During the middle of the game while the quarterback's in cadence.
I am so glad that I'm a punter. Like, just being on the business end of that.
And I looked at Payne and I said, all right, I guess I'm doing the same. I guess me and Payne had no idea what the play was.
Oh,
you know what happened that play?
God.
Payne got a sack.
No way. That's really cool.
Against Tom Brady.
Against
in the
Tom
playoffs.
Brady.
Wow.
That was the Bucks.
Yeah.
How about that,
Yeah.
dude?
I look at Payne, I'm like, what's
What's all
the
about?
play? I'm just about to go straight and jack somebody up.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Okay.
I mean, it'd be different,
Okay.
Cheese, but what if you and I we're about to punt? It's like,
Don't think.
let's go miss
Just go
somebody
hit
up,
somebody. Just go hit somebody. Me and Payne have a tradition. We didn't get to do it this year.
Yeah.
But when they call punt safe, me and Payne line over in the A gaps. And, you know, you can't hit the long snappers on field goal. But on punt, they're not protected.
That's right.
So either me or Payne will go first, and the other person will grab him by the shoulders and turn him. And the one who doesn't turn him will just come and just crush him.
Oh,
We actually put a couple out. Not bragging about hurting somebody. You never want to hurt somebody. You know, we just try to
Jeez,
knock
that
the
means-
Thank goodness you're on my team.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that means
We
the
talked
other
about
side-
that a little bit.
Yeah,
right?
they're going to be coming
You better
for
pray to
you.
God your offense isn't struggling, because we're going to see you a lot. And we look forward to that, because long snappers can't run.
Oh, my gosh,
It is
man.
great.
Jeez.
It's great.
I'm sorry,
we can
buddy.
run, just not very well.
Oh, dude, that is scary, man.
great.
Holy smokes.
It's great.
All right, so you and I, along with Chase, is it just the three of us, me, you, and Chase Rouillet?
Me,
Is it-
you, Chase. Danny Johnson's been on for a while.
Danny Johnson.
Reese has been on. He was part of the
Reese.
old regime.
Yep.
Payne was.
Yeah.
Sweat was. But as far as like the oldest, me, you, and Chase.
Has it? I know for me, like the longer I've played and getting to meet and become friends with new coaches, getting to meet and become friends with new players and front office and like just all this different stuff, it makes it more and more special to be able to stay in one spot. I know that you are still like trending so far up in your career, and this is year six? Year six.
Right? Yeah.
Is
six.
it one for you, like every year that it's gone by, like where you and I are sitting here and we're talking on hang time? Like, think about whenever we first became teammates, there was no hang time. Like, neither one of us had been to a Pro Bowl, and like I think that is some of the like people often ask me what I'm gonna do when I'm done playing or what I'll miss most, and it is
guys,
this stuff,
the
dude.
guys,
It's just
yeah.
the guys, man. Like, has that been something for you every single year that's just gotten sweeter and sweeter, man?
Every single year, I'm like, man, I'm sad because I know this unit will never be together.
Yeah.
And then next year, it just gets better.
Yep.
Like last year when Matt got cut, I was like, man, it just won't be the same no more.
Yeah.
And this D-line has just been great.
Yeah.
It's just been great. And that just lets me know that the guys is what's the most important.
Yeah.
Hanging around with the guys playing
know, man.
cornhole.
Yep.
Also, knocked Jay Will off my list today.
JA's coming for us, cheese.
Yeah.
But just
I've
being
been
around the guys,
struggling.
man, like,
Yeah.
I will never forget how the year we went 3-13, it was a tough year for everybody. But
Yeah.
damn, that ping pong was so fun.
That was some good ping pong.
That ping pong was so
That
fun.
was some good ping pong, man.
It was.
That was some good ping
It
pong.
was, man.
So whenever I first got here, Sundberg was a long snapper, and he had played 4 more years than I. Like, he was in year 4 or 5 when I first got here. So no matter how long I was playing, he was always the oldest guy in the locker room, or oldest guy in the position room. Have you enjoyed that transition of you being the it's year 6, but I'm gonna say old dog because you were the oldest in the room. Have you enjoyed that challenge of it, of like, hey, not only am I the first rounder, am I the attention getter on the D-line, things of that nature? Like, have you enjoyed kind of having the old dog veteran role of it, man?
Man, playing with this D-line is so humbling. It's so humbling. There's not anything, for the most part, that I've done that the D-line hasn't.
Yeah.
3 other first-round draft picks. Chase has won all the awards.
Yeah.
Number 2 overall pick.
Yeah.
Like, it's very humbling playing on the defense line.
I like that, man.
It's very humbling.
Yeah.
And
You
the
do a good
minute,
job, man.
and the minute I don't play it to a high enough standard, Payne's gonna go out there and make me look bad. So
You guys do push each other,
I've been
man.
chasing Payne in sacks all year.
I know.
We've been competing in sacks. He's at 9.5. I'm at 7.5.
I know.
And we've been fighting. I've been fighting so hard just to catch up to him. And every time I do, he just
Boop, 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 boop.
Just, that's like us with tackles, man.
I physically just can't keep up.
Wow.
It-
You guys are both.
I've been
on
chasing Payne
unbelievable
all year.
Yeah,
that's
I know, man. It's been special. I love your answer. I hope everybody that's watching and listening to, like, that is how Jon is 100% of the time. you ask him to like talk about himself, or you ask him like, and it's just, dude, I think that's what makes you an incredible leader, and you'll always be a captain, is your approach to everybody, your approach to yourself, and you just absolutely don't have any compromise in you. And I think it is fun to watch. It has been fun to watch. I think it'll continue to be fun to watch. Yeah. All right, so a couple of things off the field that I want to talk about. I keep hearing rumblings, rumors, hype stories, myths of home renovations taking place. One in particular.
Yeah, it's nice.
The pool.
Yeah.
J.A., if you are so willing, tell us about what you have in the works, my friend. Is it like Sandals of Northern Virginia?
Well, I'll say this. When it's finished, I plan on having the team over a lot.
Giddy up.
Spot for a band to play.
Wow. Oh, my God.
Running water is nice. It's nice. We put in a pool. It's 50 feet by 20. So it's huge.
It's huge, man.
Infinity edge, hot tub flowing into the pool.
Oh, my God.
New deck, 2 new decks, outdoor living space, 3,400 square feet structure, outdoor living room, kitchen, garage. It's nice. And a spot for cornhole. Specifically left that in there.
Oh my gosh, I love that, man. Oh, I love that.
Hold on, I didn't tell you the best part.
Oh, yeah.
Floating chipping range into the pool.
No way.
With floatable balls.
So we are members at Lansdowne, but I think if you were to put a certain membership price out there, I think that my wife and I would be willing to join the Allen membership, where we could just pop around the side gate and hop in there.
Only thing I ask, just bring kids who can swim.
That's right.
As long as your kids can swim, bring them over.
Isn't that the truth, man?
If your kids can't swim,
I'm not messing with it. Nope, don't do it. Dude, speaking of which, have you guys ever seen like the little kids that you throw them in the pool and they float?
Yeah, my wife teaches classes.
Yeah.
Does she really?
She's
Okay,
a
so
swim teacher.
my wife put our kids in it, and at the time I'm like, what are we doing? Dude, it's a game changer. Yeah, it was really hard to watch at first, like when they're getting used to it. But man, like we went swimming over the bye week, and like you'll see them swimming to you. They get tired, they pop up, they float, catch their breath,
Kids are great.
turn around, swim. Dude, it's awesome. Like, but yeah, I'm
put
with
on
you.
like winter coats and stuff too. Like
That's the final test, because it has to simulate you fell in on accident.
Yeah.
But anyways, that was a little sidebar.
That's
I
crazy.
don't know.
Do you have a ETA for the completion?
The pool's done. Everything's done. They just put the drywall up for the
Oh my god.
for the structures. It's getting a little cold. They be out there working hard. But I think it'll be done around January, February, early March.
Oh man.
Early March.
timing.
Perfect when we come back for OTAs, man.
Every week I plan on having the guys over, outdoor
that'd be
TVs,
cool.
all of that.
Dude, that is really cool,
Yeah,
man.
we're
That
looking
is
forward
really
to
cool.
it.
Heck yeah. Well, JA, how we finish here on Hang Time, you'll be a fan of the name of the segment. It's called 3 and Out.
Love that.
I'm gonna give you a trivia question.
All right. Ooh.
I know. See, everybody loves the name. Well, defensive guys love the name. Now, this trivia question has 5 answers.
All right. How many do I have to get right?
3.
3. All right.
And out.
3 and out.
And it's good to, much like on defense, it's good to force a 3 and out.
Yep.
You're going to have 1 minute. Okay? Now, I'm going to encourage you, as one of the fellow longest tenured guys, to not do one of 2 things.
All right.
Do not look at the timer.
All right.
I would also encourage you to not look at anybody else. You just never know what
Not
your
me
brain's
either.
thinking.
Don't look at me.
Yeah.
Cheese. I'm not gonna look at you. I'm just gonna think the cheese is commercial every time I see him.
Geez, you have not heard this question.
Never.
So you
Nope.
could think in your head.
Yep.
But J.A., you are the one in the hot seat. You're the guest of honor. So we are going to ask you, and you have 1 minute to try and get 3 answers.
All right.
Does that make sense?
Makes sense. Let's do it.
I am asking for the 5 largest cities in the United States by population, but they end in the letter O. Go. 5 largest by population, a city.
I don't know why I was thinking Toronto. That's not it.
That would be up there for maybe North America.
Cities. We're gonna start right. Dallas, New York City, Los Angeles.
Love what you're doing. Love what you're
Boston. Now it ends in the end. Palo Alto.
doing. Wow. We were right.
Sacramento.
Nope.
Sacramento, Palo Alto, Los Angeles.
You guys still plenty of time. Only halfway there.
San
Francisco. 1.
San Francisco.
Okay, keep working.
Let's look at the East Coast. Florida, Miami.
20 seconds.
I want to at least get 2. Miami. Orange Beach. Orange County.
Stay with the
Chicago.
3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh, that was pretty good, dude.
What's up?
Orlando?
Nope, Orlando's not in.
Sacramento. No, I already said that.
Sacramento's a great guess, dude. So the hard one is El Paso. Okay, but you did have an NBA city out there, and you used to be an NFL city, but they moved it. What?
San Diego.
San Diego and San Antonio.
It's a tough one.
Dude, two of the threes. Buddy, it has not been a good year of 3 and outs, man. You held your own right there.
I appreciate it.
Held your own. And Sacramento, that kind of threw you off because that's a really good guess. I should have asked for like the top 7. That would have been in. There's a lot of freaking cities. Yeah.
I don't know why I kept going back to Toronto. I don't know why I just.
Maybe I should change it to North America.
That oh no, don't do that. Mexico has a lot.
That's true. That's true.
It's all going to be Mexican cities.
That's a good point.
We're not going to get that.
Well, dude, it has been awesome. Oh, Cheese. Oh, hold on. Cheese is out of here. Is it going down? All right, man. Good to see you, dude.
Appreciate you.
He does it every time. He's trying to get in your head.
He can't out awkward me.
I know. That's true. That's true. Don't let him get in your. Don't think about that the rest of the day. Don't let him get in your head.
I'll thrive on that.
He masters in that. Dude, awesome having you as a teammate. Awesome having you as a friend. Awesome having you as a guest. Thank you for coming on the Hang Time.
I appreciate it.